out there and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Denver Nuggets. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy. Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And so let's take a look at the starters for the Denver Nuggets. We've got Cameron Johnson. He's out there with Anthony. Nikola Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Camby in at the 4. And Grant David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A., basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this. And leaking out well in transition. I mean, I like seeing Daniels get rewarded for hustling.
Anthony misses. Here's Atlanta now. Alexander Walker with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Camby, the pass to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Back to Gordon. Clock at 2. From deep, Johnson. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
Staying active. Jokic is one of the best offensive rebounders in the game.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. Coach joked that if he focused on a single aspect of stopping Nikola Jokic, he would probably just beat them a different way. Instead, he showed the team 5 video clips, each with a specific failure of guarding Jokic. He's asked his players to prevent those mistakes from happening. Brian, back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Gordon with a steal. Pass to Camby. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in.
Number 27, Jamal Murray.
Gordon on the wing. Pass to Jokic. Here's Alexander Walker. Daniels outside. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Now here's Alexander Walker. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Daniels. There's the triple, and it's blocked. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution. Number 51, Marcus Camby.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. And watching Dyson Daniels over the past year or two, he's really coming to his own, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, sometimes it's just about being in the right situation, in a role that plays to your strength. That's really unlocks it.
And these teams have been prepping for this season tip-off game for months, Grant.
And for the players, the main feeling on opening night is relief. You know, being all that hard work during the offseason and preseason is finally over. And now it's time to have some fun.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Here's Johnson. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, Johnson is a wing who wants to go inside. Doesn't settle too often.
Anthony outside. Fires from the wing. Jump shot is good.
And obviously their goal right now is to feed him the ball and get him going.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
No points yet. Oh, a two-handed power slam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
So both teams making some changes here. And now a look back at last year's top shooting teams, and it's number 1.
Tremendous efficiency on offense. They were willing to put in their work to get great looks.
Now here's Watson, covered by Daniels. Murray passes to Johnson. Outside Watson, pass to Murray. 4 on the clock, up and over McCollum, and again it's Denver missing.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Now Alexander Walker, down low. And the basket by Mutombo.
2 points.
Nuggets trail by 4.
Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Outside Murray. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Camby. 5 to shoot. And here's Watson. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Such confidence as a passer. Hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
McCollum, pass to Daniels. Here's Alexander Walker. The floater. That shot is off. Johnson with the defensive effort. Outside Murray. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Hawks ahead. They lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Dyson Daniels out there with Jalen Johnson. Then it's Nikhil Alexander Walker. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Mutombo in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Hawks 5. Last season, Nikola Jokic averaged a triple-double. The first big man to ever do it, Coach.
And only the 3rd player to ever do it. I mean, in one of these games, B.A., he had 30 points, 22 assists, and 21 rebounds. This guy's from another planet.
That one drops. He ties it up. Well, there's a lot to like about Jokic. But, Stan, you wanted to highlight a very specific skill.
Yeah, B.A., it's his fundamentals on the offensive glass. When he rebounds, he keeps it up high so that he can put it right back up. Bigs need to learn not to bring the ball down.
And here are the Nuggets now. Their last encounter was in Denver.
They got crushed the last time they faced this team, and they only have themselves to blame.
Yeah, they were coughing it up all over the place. For whatever reason, they could not find a handle.
Out to McCollum. No good on the 3.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Murray. Now here's Gordon. Here's Jokic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Daniels. And he banks in the layup.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. The Nuggets have gotten used to success, lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Brian, back to you.
We're good with him in the lineup. All right, Allie, thank you. Anthony's checked in for Jamal Murray. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. The Hawks have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Wilkins, defended by Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Daniels passes to Mutombo. Over Jokic. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. And so they've only given up 2 points this quarter. Oh, he's a monster. Jokic just flexing out here.
Well, what really makes Jokic special inside isn't just his size, but his gracefulness.
Pass to Wilkins. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Johnson passes to Gordon. Now here's Anthony, covered by Daniels. Here's Camby. The fader. Wilkins with a rebound.
Fading away. He makes that shot harder than it needs to be.
Left side, Alexander Walker. Pass to Wilkins. Into the lane. Here's Mutombo. Deflected! And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Anthony outside. Out to Gordon. Launches a 3. He buries it from 3. Gordon's got 5 points now this quarter.
And they seem to have a hard time picking good shots in the first quarter, but it's all coming together now for them here.
The Hawks making a switch here. Kuminga's checked in. Jamal Murray is checked in for Denver. Here's Wilkins. And the basket is good. Wilkins has gotten his second bucket.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Pass to Murray. Oh, sweet move. Three-pointer. And again, Denver with a 3.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Hawks trail by 4. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Wilkins. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Aaron Gordon.
I like it. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Nuggets lead by 3. Anthony finds Murray. Back to Anthony. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Kuminga. Now here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Kuminga. Fades. Anthony grabs the board. Denver has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Outside Johnson. Murray from outside. And again, Denver with a 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Kuminga with a screen on Anthony. Here's Alexander Walker. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. It's Denver. They're up by 6. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome each and every one of you. First off, let's check out some of the other NBA action tonight. The Houston Rockets currently trailing the Lakers out in Los Angeles. Trying to catch up in the second. They're behind by 6.
Yeah, so far neither team can capture momentum and sustain it.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Nuggets.
This bench, they've been destructive. High energy, attacking like torpedoes.
Rising from... That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You look at Nikola Jokic, what a contribution.
There's virtually nothing you can do to stop him. I mean, you can't even contain him. He's been that great.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
On the court for Denver, we've got Carmelo Anthony, also Cameron Johnson out there. Aaron Gordon is out there with Nikola Jokic, and it's Camby in at the 4.
Well, you love the unselfishness, makes the next pass, and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Now Johnson. No made baskets yet. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. I've wondered, of all the things you can teach players, can you teach great passing?
I really don't think you can, B.A. You can teach solid fundamental passing. You can teach guys to make fewer mistakes by better use of fundamentals. But the great passers have great vision, and I just don't think that's something you can teach. I think that's something that guys gain over their time and experience playing the game of basketball.
Daniels outside. Pass to Mutombo. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. From about 19, the shot's good. Wilkins has got 4 points in the quarter.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Anthony outside. And a miss there on the triple. Off trail by 4. Here's Daniels. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
Pass to Camby. Outside Johnson. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Onyeka Okongwu.
And he's been trending downward in terms of his average points per game, and a number of reasons can lead to this. But he needs to figure out how to get back on track.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Grant, I think it's safe to say Cam Johnson has really hit his stride lately.
Absolutely, B.A. He's seizing the opportunities he's been given, taking and making more shots, dropping more dimes. He's reaching another level of his game.
Shot clock at 3, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. Atlanta, second.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
The first free throw is good. And it's tied up with that one. Here's Johnson, still without a bucket. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Anthony feeling it out a bit. And again, Denver no good.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
Johnson against Daniels for the lead. And the layup is up and in. Daniels has gotten 4 this quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Jalen Johnson great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. 0.5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers. I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back over to you guys.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Pass to Wilkins. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Anthony, the pass to Johnson. On the wing, Anthony, covered by Alexander Walker. Anthony misses.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Pass to Mutombo. Here's Wilkins, covered by Jokic. From 15 feet away, Wilkins can't hit. For Denver, they've gotten 0 shots to go out of 6 attempts to stop the run. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing.
And another thing that's impressed me has been their consistency with their two-point jump shots, getting it done from the mid-range.
Okongwu's checked in for Johnson. And Denver with a change here, too. Murray's checked in. The free throw drops for Johnson. And Johnson drops them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Daniels. Outside, Alexander Walker. Here's Wilkins. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Aaron Gordon. He's gone 3 of 4 from the line. First free throw is good. Watson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Denver, trailing by 2. 1:06 left in the third. Denver moving it around. Shot clock at 5. For the lead. From distance, Jamal Murray.
Well, shooters shoot. And Murray is unquestionably a shooter. He's taking that look every time.
Here's Wilkins, defended by Gordon. And it's Denver with a rebound.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Alexander Walker with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Okongwu. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Love to see this kind of aggression from Okongwu. Great job playing with force inside.
Murray scanning the floor. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Quinn Snyder with some words for his players.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really...
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Dyson Daniels. Then it's Jalen Johnson. And it's Mutombo in at the 5. So that's the Hawks 5. The Hawks leading. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to McCollum. Soft touch off the glass. McCollum's got his first bucket in this one.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
McCollum against Murray. Jokic with a screen on McCollum. Jokic, no good. The Hawks lead by 3. McCollum outside. Johnson a screen on Murray. To the paint. Gordon with a steal. Outside Johnson. Camby, the pass to Johnson. Outside Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Jokic. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Timeout.
You know, Stan, basketball isn't the only passion San Jose native Aaron Gordon has.
BA, I heard he's very technology-oriented, which we're not. He's a self-proclaimed computer nerd and loves everything about technology. We could use his help. He's skilled in more fields than just basketball.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Anthony's checked in. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Denver's head coach was saying to the team. Coach challenging the team to play faster. He emphasized the main focus is that first pass off a turnover or a rebound. Make it quicker to get the ball out and into transition. Let's see if those words actually work.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And he gets it to go.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Nuggets trail by 3. Pass to Anthony. And the foul called on Dyson Daniels. That's his 3rd foul so far.
15 seconds.
Jokic finds Johnson. Gets stolen by Daniels.
Well, that's just his first turnover of the game, so we'll give him a pass on that.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive, so there's a balance.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Daniels outside. Here's Wilkins, defended by Gordon. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wilkins. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Outside Anthony. Here in the 4th quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. That's what he wanted.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after.
Johnson a screen on Anthony. Here's Wilkins, defended by Gordon. Jokic pulls it down. The Nuggets have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the 4th. 2 for 4 now. Now Gordon. Jokic outside. To tie it up. Anthony in the post. Covered by Alexander Walker. 1:44 left in the 4th. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
Here's Anthony. Outside Jokic to take the lead. The triple goes for Jokic.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Daniels the screen on Anthony. Here's Wilkins, defended by Gordon. He gets 2 from the low post. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Outside Johnson. Here's Gordon. Gets stolen by Johnson. Here's Wilkins. There's 57 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Ooh, the shot Misses. And here's Denver. Anthony.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
There's enough time on the clock to go for a 2-for-1.
Daniels fires. No good from 3. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And here are the Nuggets now. They lead by 1. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line. And he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
There's the screen by Johnson. Here's Daniels. Jacks up a 3. Misses the 3. So a close game sees Denver taking this one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Aaron, a tough stretch of basketball coming up for you guys. How do you keep your eye on the winning side?
We just got to keep sharing the ball, keep believing in each other. Defensively, we have some things that we need to clean up, but we're doing well.
Good luck with the adjustments. Thanks, Aaron.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.